there, I'm Callie, and we're at Curls and Company. We're going to do some different things on Phyllis's hair. As you can see, Phyllis is all natural. She doesn't color her hair because she has white hair. And white hair has different needs than hair that is colored. So we're going to do some different things here. I have some different products, which I'm going to show to you. We have the spray gel, we have the flexible hold hairspray, set it free, believe in, and light hold gel. Well, that being said, we're going to use some different products on Phyllis to achieve some different goals here. So what I'm going to have Phyllis do is just sort of gently feed it forward. All right. Now, you want to make sure that the hair is really wet. Even though we just shampooed her, well, no-pooed her, you want to make sure that that hair is as wet as possible. A lot of people, when they're doing their hairstyling, will leave the products in their shower with them so they can put them in. The whole reason behind having really wet hair is because if you start putting products on when your hair is dry, that's that gummy, sticky feeling you don't like. If you put it on when it's wet, it dries really nice and it goes through the hair really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little Set It Free. I'm just going to take it right out of there. So, and I'm going to use like a nickel size. You can spray it on too, whatever's easiest. And I'm going to drag it through her hair a little bit. The reason I'm doing this, it gives it a nice moisture lock. And right now in Chicago, we're having a snowstorm. So it's kind of like a lot of people in the winter, their hair gets really dry and flat and won't zing up. So if you need a little extra spring to your hair, or your hair's feeling a little drier than it normally feels, this is a really nice product. Also, the reason I'm going to put a little Believe In, I'm putting in 2 pumps, and the reason I'm going to do that is with white hair, for some reason, it loves Believe In. This is considered a curl booster or volumizer. I don't think it's, volumizer to me means big and obnoxious. This doesn't do that. It just gives it a really nice curl pattern. It goes through the hair with a lot of slip. It feels good. If you hear that, that's the sound of good hair. That is, you want to have it that wet. Also, when I'm putting product on her hair, I don't want to see a lot of frizz. If I'm seeing too much frizz, I'll add a little bit more. So that's all nice and in there. Now you could stop here, but let's say you want the most perfect hair possible. I'm going to take it to the next level and show you how to get there. You want to flip it back, Phyllis. Awesome. I'm going to add 1 pump of the regular light defining gel, which used to be called Angel. And I'm going to drag that through her hair a little bit. And I'm just using a little bit for extra hold. And again, when I don't trust the weather, that's why I'm adding this on. Normally she could just go with the Believe In and the Set It Free and that would probably be fine. But when I feel like she's going to need that little extra bit of something to keep the hair nice all day long and not fiddle with it, that's why I'm adding the extra gel. And again, I'm doing this on her because she has white hair and that Believe In just works really well for that. So, all right, put that back. Now we're going to do the clipping. So, Phyllis, is this part okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I usually ask everybody that too so they don't get an awkward part. Now, what I'm going to do with Phyllis is, again, it's that scooping technique. And when you scoop, it means there's no part. But you can do a little hybrid too. Like I don't want any parting up here. I want to give her lots of lift, so I'm just kind of scooping it together. But right around the front of her face, if you want to look back up, I do want to have some nice little accent pieces. So I'm gonna, you just grab a curl, just grab a little group of hair basically, and you just grab it, pinch it, and push it together. So you can see it start to form a curl. And so now you can see she's got some little pieces out, but there's a nice bend. What will happen is after she's dry, this will stay nicely. The weight of her hair will pull it down a little, but she'll have a nice undulating wave instead of maybe it being all curly here and kind of flat here. So that's what we're kind of going for with her. And one last step that I'm going to do, really quick. Let's say Phyllis was going to ride a motorcycle. Or let's say Phyllis was going to the Grand Canyon and it was going to be windy. Or she was going to walk outside on Howard Street where there's a huge wind vortex. And she does not want her hair screwed up because possibly she's going to a wedding, out on a date, go to meet a friend where she wants her hair to look cute and stuff. One other little thing. And again, I'm just teaching you everything today. It's not all about, you know, keeping it whatever light on the products. We're actually going kind of heavier on the products. So, okay, you have it like this. One of my clients taught me this and it works great. So the hair's still wet. We're going to spray ever so lightly, just a little bit of this flexible hold hairspray. And you'd think, oh my God, disgusting. But what you do is we're going to have her dry completely. And then after she dries completely, we take out the clips gently and we squeeze it. This gives the hair elasticity. Her curl pattern will stay in. Even after she deals with a hat or a helmet or a windy day, this really helps the hair stay in place. And this isn't something maybe you're going to do every day, but it's something good to have in your arsenal of hairstyling techniques. So with that, I'm going to put Phyllis under the dryer. So right now I'm just taking out her clips. If you were here right now, you would feel her hair and feel that it's dry. The one thing about if you're going to add, if you want second day hair, or you know you're going to be manipulating your hair a lot, a convertible, whatever, you want to make sure that you use a little extra product on day one and then let it dry completely. That's how to ensure that day two it's not going to be a complete mess. And you may wake up with hat hair, but all you're going to do is if you wake up the next day and it's a little messy, I'm going to show you what you can do. As you see, we take these out like, you know, gently. Try not to yank your hair out in the process. Now, you can give it a good squeeze. And the nice thing is, I'm going to have Phyllis feel it. It feels like hair. It doesn't feel like some gunked up, funky, you know, gummy situation. I mean, it just feels like nice, bouncy hair. All right, you give it the feel. Put your special gin on it.
Oh, that's nice.
Cool, we're just gonna do one last thing with Phyllis. This is the completed look. If you wanna come a little closer, you can. So here's Phyllis right now. This is after doing all her styling and everything and her dry look. And so what I'm gonna do, she just has a little bit of frizz. Let's say she wanted to rock it out a little bit more. The reason I really love this hairspray is because it's more of a styling tool than just a shellacker. Normal hairsprays are really wet and tacky and really are not great for curly hair. You want something that's really dry and moldable because that's going to help to style her hair. So what you want to do is, I can see these little frizzy bits. We just grab them and we just kind of gently pat them in. And the nice thing about this is, when we go to touch her hair, it doesn't feel like stick and glue, you know, like back with the old spritzy kind of stuff, which didn't work so well. Now, let's say we want to put a little in her hands, rub it in, and just give her a little more little rock star guidance. We can kind of pop it up. And the thing is, you can like really layer this. And even if she wakes up tomorrow, it'll actually keep the structure of her hair really nice. So if she wakes up tomorrow, it'll be a little messy, but if she goes and like re-squeezes it into shape, she can like walk out of the house and not feel like a hot mess. So, and this gives her an extra bit. Like, you don't have to have that, but that's kind of that cute little sort of, you know, accent piece. But anyway, it just kind of puts it back together, and it keeps it really nice, and you don't have to worry. I mean, she's still got bounce, but it'll actually hold it really nice. That's the bottom line. So anyway, that's it. I just thought I'd give you another little extra tip. We used the Believe In. We used a lot of the Believe In, 3 pumps, nickel size of that. We used the Light Hold Gel, about a Hershey's Kiss. I don't know where I put that. Then we clipped her. Then we sprayed her with the hairspray. Then we let her dry. Then we took out the clips. Then we gave her a nice little head massage. And she's got this beautiful crown of silver fox going on. So, cool. And then I'll give you some little snips too. Yeah. So, you know, so she gets the works. I mean, they're that good. That they're very reliable. That's one of the reasons I like it. And that clipping, I mean, tomorrow morning, if she sleeps on it and it gets kind of messy, she can mist her hair with a little water. Then you take a nice like dollop of, don't use that, but use some gel. Put that in your hand, water it down, and then go like this, almost like you're petting it on, and squeeze it. And go like that. And the reason you do that is you're smoothing the cuticle and reminding it to be curly. And then, if you need to set it in place, do it from the scalp. Don't try to do it from the outside. So that's how you can get some nice second day hair. So Phyllis is good to go now.